Hey all, welcome to Share Trek. This is Raj here. Well friends, I would not have been able to do this video if I was not pre-recording this session for my vacation. What usually happens on a daily basis is that I'm always looking for time-sensitive information that I want to bring to you as soon as possible. And those are typically Q3 or Q2 reports, earning reports, or they are data release about any therapy that one of our watch list companies must have come up with. Or some important news about any company which has either had its stock price zoom up or zoom down, one of those instances. So I really enjoyed doing this particular video, and I hope you also enjoyed watching this video. This was a refreshing change of pace for me. Now, before we proceed, I would request you to consider subscribing and pressing the like button if you like this video and helping me grow this channel. With that said, the question is, what is the topic for today? Let's find out. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. Did you know that 8% of human DNA is remnants of ancient viral pandemics in the form of viral DNA sequences embedded in our genomes and are still active in healthy people according to new research from Tufts University? I put a link to my source article in the description if you want to dig deeper. And this article, which I have used as a reference, is from Aidan Burn, a PhD candidate at Tufts University. I've also sent an email and reached out to Aidan for an interview and hope he is able to say yes. If he does, we'll have the opportunity to hear the story in his own words and also ask some extra questions and understand this topic even better. And if Aidan says yes, I'll definitely let you guys know about it. Now, well, back to the topic in hand. There is a class of virus called retrovirus. The retrovirus inserts itself into the DNA of the host. They're also called as HERVs, or human endogenous retrovirus, which make up around 8% of the human genome. They are left behind as a result of infections that humanity's primate ancestors suffered millions of years ago. They became part of the human genome due to the way they replicate. And usually this kind of viral genetic material is not passed down from generation to generation. But some ancient retroviruses gained the ability to infect germ cells, such as egg or sperm, that do pass the DNA down to the future generations. By targeting the germ cells, these retroviruses became incorporated into the human ancestral genomes over the course of millions of years. And many have implications for how researchers screen and test for diseases today. ERVs are molecular remnants of ancient retroviruses and prove that the ongoing relationship between retroviruses and their vertebrate hosts began hundreds of years ago, and potentially it may be continuing even now. Scientists think that these viruses once widely infected the population, since they have become fixed in not only the human genome, but also they can be found in chimpanzee, gorilla, and other primate genomes. The fact that thousands of pieces of ancient viruses still exist in the human genome and can even create protein has drawn a considerable amount of attention from researchers, particularly since related viruses still active today can cause breast cancers and AIDS-like disease in animals. Researchers have spotted virus-like particles from HML2 in cancer cells, and the presence of HERV genetic materials in diseased tissue has been associated with conditions such as lateral sclerosis, multiple sclerosis, and even schizophrenia. On the other hand, research suggests that herbs can be beneficial as well. One of the most famous HERV embedded in human and animal genomes is syncytin. It's a gene derived from an ancient retrovirus that plays an important role in the formation of placenta. Pregnancy in all mammals is dependent on the virus-derived protein coded in this genome. And therefore, it's a proof that HERVs can also be beneficial for the human genome. While these embedded viral genes are unable to use their host's machinery to create a full virus, enough of the damaged pieces circulate in the body to interfere with the replication cycle of their ancestral virus if the host manages to encounter it. So in a way, they give us protection to the original virus. There is still much to learn about the ancient viruses that linger in the human genome, including whether their presence is beneficial and what the mechanism is that drives them in their activity. Seeing if any of these genes are actually made into proteins or viral proteins will also be important. Also, this knowledge should inform selecting therapies for targets for gene therapies. And I think that there is only so much I can go deep into this topic as a generalist. Remember, I'm coming from an investor's perspective. and I do not have deep knowledge of biology and genomics, but I think I have scratched a bit of the surface out here. I've also approached the author, as I mentioned, for a quick chat so that I could bring you an interview with him. So let's hope Aidan responds to us. But in conclusion, I would like to tie up a few things that I have read so far and possibly shared with you in my past videos. I thought that this will be an opportune moment to put them all together and tell you how I see it. I think that life on Earth came through a soup of nucleotides deposited on Earth by asteroids. And these asteroids would have fallen on a primordial Earth, which was getting sunlight, and it had conditions that were conducive for all these nucleotides to combine in different manners to form RNA, and later on form the first DNA. And the formation of the first DNA would have created the first life on Earth. And then, of course, we have the theory of evolution, where we say that beneficial mutations are passed on to the subsequent generation, and non-beneficial mutations do not multiply and hence get weeded out of the gene pool. So that way we have the theory of evolution accounting for how humans evolved. And now add to that what we have learned today about HERVs. With better genomic sequencers and increased study of human genome, we are actually decoding the book of life, and good things lie ahead. And I think that the good things that lie ahead consists of better quality of life for the human race as such, because we will be in a position to predict what genetic abnormalities may come to a child, and we would have the necessary tools to create a genetic therapy to correct those abnormalities and help the child to get a good life. And also we would be able to treat various pandemics that may come up in future with the knowledge of genomics that we have today. And as we keep on studying more about the human genome and all the other genomic materials that we find around us. And apart from this, there is also another benefit that we can have. There are other living beings on Earth, like we have animals and we have plants. And of course, we depend on the plants to metabolize carbon dioxide and give us oxygen. And we could probably engineer better plants and better grass and other things which can metabolize more carbon and help us to reduce the carbon footprint that we have. We can also have organisms designed which could break down materials that we have created that are non-decomposable. So all those benefits lie ahead, and we already seen companies in our watch list do many of the things that I described. Ginkgo Bioworks, or DNA ticker symbol, is a company which does all those things. And we also have all our genomic companies in our watch list which are engaged in creating gene therapies for maladies like sickle cell disease, TDT, type 1 diabetes, and various types of cancers and tumors. So all good things are ahead. There is a need for a lot of research. And fortunately for us, there is a lot of collaboration between the scientists, a lot of sharing of knowledge, and many brilliant minds are working simultaneously. And also thanks to the internet, people like me who are not scientists but are generalists with a keen interest in genomics are able to do sufficient research to get information that is broken down to a level where a generalist can understand. So all those things helps us a lot. And there are a lot of investors like yourself who are interested in genomics investment. You could have invested in automobiles, you could have invested in airplanes, weaponry, or video games, or whatever. But you chose to put your money in the genomics field. And so we are fortunate to have investors like yourself who are passionate about genomics, because you give the funding for the sector to do what it does. So the rewards are ahead for us as genomic investors. I think it's another 3 to 4 years. We've already seen Bluebird Bio with Zynteglo and SkySona monetized. We are also seeing CRISPR Therapeutics almost on the verge of getting their sickle cell disease and TDT therapies monetized. And there is good results from Intelia. So things are looking good in the genomic sector. It's just a matter of time. So for the investors, I say have some patience and be prepared for dollar cost averaging, and be careful that you do not put too much money into the genomics portfolio, and you balance your portfolio. And to the patients who are watching this video, patients of various conditions, I'm just saying that we are fortunate to be born in this time, because genomics is making very, very fast strides to come with solutions for various diseases for which previously there was no solution. So I look forward to better days ahead, and so should you. With that optimistic note, I would like to say bye. I'm going back to enjoy my vacation. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Bye for now.